My name's David Lorimer, and I'm here with my friend Eddie Bilimoria, who's one of our speakers at the Beyond the Brain Conference 2024 coming up in a few weeks. So, Eddie, tell us a bit about how you first became interested in consciousness beyond the brain, and also about what you're going to be specifically talking about at the conference.
Of course, David. My interest has been lifelong. At school in India, we studied the epics, the Mahabharata and the Ramayana, and that opened my eyes to the reality of the unseen worlds, if I can put it that way. And then I spent many long and happy hours listening to music and playing Beethoven, Chopin, all the great masters. And I realized that Beethoven wasn't hiding inside my record player. That however much I would look at the grooves of the gramophone record or the needle, there's no way that could describe the living experience. So there had to be some sort of a transducing mechanism between the living experience of music and the physical record. So also, why couldn't the brain be not a generator or producer, but a transducer of consciousness? That those questions were rising in my mind. And finally, the third important point is my lifelong study of the Hermetic and esoteric sciences that provide enormous detail about the unseen worlds and their relation to the physical world. So moving
Yes,
on,
so tell us a little bit about what
going
you're
to
going to
be
be
talking
talking about.
about, yeah, sure.
Yes.
So the physical processes and the mechanisms of death are well explained by pathology and neuroscience, of course. And they've got a lot to tell us about sloughing off the mortal coil. But death as transition, not extinction, is best illuminated through art, esotericism, and so much of modern enlightened science, scientific research and literature on near-death experiences and after-death experiences. So we raise the question, does the secret of death lie in scanning brains or in the heart of life? So then I will move on to the correspondences between man's principal consciousness centers and the three qualities of light: the sun, the fountain of light, the rays from the sun, and then the communication of that splendor of the light to all creatures and all natures. Then I will explain the transition phases in the after-death processes and show the perfect symbolic correspondences between the ancient wisdom and Dante's epic poem, The Divine Comedy, and particularly striking how Dante draws upon mythology, the Cretan labyrinth, Ptolemaic astrology to depict the post-mortem journey of the soul and show how clearly that death is the inside-out experience of life, which is why the secret of death lies in the heart of life. But we're also dying to wake up, and I'll explain why. And finally, turn to music, how Beethoven, Mozart, and Schubert depicted death not at all as extinction, but as a portal to the divine light. And I will play some prescient excerpts from these great masters. So that will be a great privilege, David, to present all of this.
Sounds absolutely fascinating and very broad-ranging, Eddie. So we're really
Thank
looking
you.
forward to hearing all the detail at the upcoming conference. Thanks so
Thank
much.
you. Thank you, David.